This happened back in the early 2000s. I was rather excited to start my new job at the local tire factory around my 21st birthday. It was a huge old warehouse that they had converted into a plant downtown. It was blocks away from my apartment, so I could walk to and from. The first few weeks were normal, long hours on the production line, but the work was steady and predictable, which for a young man in his 20s starting out was probably the best thing for me. But as routine and stable as the first few weeks were, I should have known something was coming. Around the middle of my third week, strange things started happening. Little things at first. Tools would go missing from my station, then reappear in weird places. Or I'd hear footsteps behind me, but no one would be there. I asked my coworkers if they had experienced anything odd. Most of them just rolled their eyes, but a few of them told me separate accounts of hearing a woman crying in the bathroom at night. One morning, the janitor was tidying up the manager's office when he noticed that all the portraits were turned facing the wall. One night, my shift lead called in sick, so I was on my own. Things got intense rather quickly when I was sitting down for my first break. I smelled something burning from across the room, turned to look, and a pile of oily rags from the dirty linen bin in the corner was on fire. As I rushed over to extinguish it, the overhead lights exploded one by one down the line. I hightailed it out of there. I had had enough. The next day, I asked around and learned the building's history. In the mid-1960s, a female building inspector was caught in a faulty piece of equipment. By the time the men working the line were able to press the emergency stop and get to her side, she had sustained too many injuries. The incident happened on the same production line I was assigned to. Now it all made sense. The crying woman heard by my coworkers in the bathroom, the burning rags, it was all her. Her spirit still haunts that old building. It's rumored that she's angry the men working that night didn't stop the press quickly enough, so now every new man on the production line must suffer through her antics. You think I'm crazy? Before that old warehouse job, I thought anyone who believed in ghosts was delusional. But trust me, once you experience it for yourself, you never question someone's sanity again. Thank you to our listener Bill for that terrifying work tale. Believe it or not, I've had a similar work experience in an old window factory in my early 20s. I was alone, cleaning the plant on a holiday weekend. I was always told the place was creepy when it was empty, but nothing had prepared me for how creepy it was about to get that weekend. I was cleaning the men's bathroom at the back corner of the plant, listening to music from my MP3 player. As I was replacing nearly empty toilet paper rolls in the stalls in a rush to get done for the night, all of the urinals flushed at the same time. It was silent other than my light music, so as you can imagine, I jumped and let out a shriek when this happened. But I laughed it off and kept going. Next, I was filling the paper towel dispensers when I heard a noise from just outside the door. I cautiously made my way to the bathroom door, wondering who would be on the other side. I flung the door open like I was in a cheesy horror movie. No one was there, but what I did see was creepier than any person standing there would have been. The large outdoor garbage bin that we used to collect garbages throughout the plant was tipped completely upside down, wheels still moving slightly in the air. The bottles of cleaner that used to line the rim of the garbage can, now perfectly lined up about a foot away from the overturned trash can. I've never ran through that plant so quickly as I did after cleaning up that mess. To this day, I know that I was the only living being in that plant that night, so it had to be an entity messing with me. There you have it, 2 unforgettable tales of terror from the workplace. Let me know if you've experienced something similar at work. And as always, friends, if you want your story told, there's an email in the description below. Or drop it in the comments with the words "free to use" in front of it, so I know that you're giving permission to use it in an upcoming video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. I'm posting new content every single day from now until Halloween.